Welcome to Minneapolis.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been a while, Mnar. It's been 3 years, maybe?
Yeah, since we first spoke.
Yeah, first time we know each other. So, yeah, I'm finally we're here.
I feel like we're having that, 360 moment because we actually started working together in 2021 when you produced our documentary, Gaza Fights Back. Yeah. And a lot has changed since then in Gaza. Right now, for the last few years, Israel is committing one of the most well-documented human tragedies in our history. It's being broadcasted live, this genocide. And it was broadcasted live because of the many brave journalists in Gaza like yourself. I mean, you, Motaz, people were flocking to your page more than they were flocking to the pages of the New York Times to get the latest updates on what's happening in Gaza. But as you are a survivor and you've made it out of Gaza, Israel has systematically targeted and assassinated over 200 journalists in Gaza. Many of those people were your friends. How does that feel for you?
Yeah, it feels like losing someone, and at the same time, it felt like maybe I need to stop doing what I'm doing, or I may lose my life any minute. So it's about like not just a journalist anymore. It's about you as a Palestinian, and like the different thing for us that even when they kill more, they assassinate more journalists, we feel like, okay, we need to do more and more of the work. And this is why nobody in Gaza stop from working, from documenting, because they don't have any option. It's just their way to express about themselves, what they feel, what's happening. So this is why even if they killed more than 200, we didn't stop.
No, I mean, the journalists have not stopped, and they know that they are a target in Gaza. You're here now speaking up for the people of Gaza, and, we just spoke about how, despite everything you've gone through, people have so many expectations of you to do so many things. But I don't think people realize how difficult it is to be a survivor of genocide. I mean, you're still in the processing stage of everything that you've seen, heard, and witnessed, from your friends being killed, your family members being killed, your neighbors being killed, your neighborhood being completely demolished. How are you feeling?
I didn't process yet this is what happened, and I didn't have the chance. And even when someone come to give me advice about you should process, you should not care, you should not listen, he take himself out of talking about anyone else, and he expect also more from me. So it happened. Same also the people who follow me, they deal with it as I'm a celebrity, you got millions of followers, so this is cool, you should just sit around and talk, and also you should in the end die because that looks better. So this is how people expect anyone who get famous in the war, and then he should die, so the story complete. But no, I didn't die, I don't want to die in a war. And I wish not to die in a war. I wish just to keep alive till I can do more and more. And then when God's just willing, say how I'm gonna die, it's up to God, not for me. So I thank God He saved me from there, and it's like this is expected for someone who was under the spot of the light of the whole world, looking to Him, expecting more from Him, and they think that the followers or the numbers mean something on the ground from the power, but I don't have the power only like influencing the people, but also the people. If the people have the power, they will stop the genocide, but they didn't stop it. So my power is the same with the people.
And speaking of stopping the war, do you feel disappointed that the powers that be, like you said, like despite having so many followers and despite all the protests and actions and lobbying and organizing, the war continues. Israel's still committing a genocide in Gaza.
Yeah. I'm very disappointed. And me, as someone from Gaza, when I went out from Gaza, I thought that the whole world is on hold because of Gaza, and because this is what we see on social media, what their comments. We are with you, we feel you, but as a Gazan, okay, you see people protest for us, but it's one by one they stop, one by one they get bored. But in Gaza, they didn't have that chance even to feel bored from killing. They are being killed like nothing. So yeah, I'm very disappointed, and I'm disappointed about my cause in general, that it's a kind of trendy. It's up and down. So if there was something big, people start to care, but nobody cared that much about our suffer before, like on 6th of October, let's say. So yeah, it's kind of disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed. Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, we're both Palestinian.
Yeah.
We've both seen unimaginable things, but of course, what we see in the West Bank or in Al-Quds is nothing compared to what the people of Gaza have seen and witnessed. And I think one of the most horrifying scenes that we're seeing right now out of Gaza are the people that are starving because of the blockade, with the miles-long aid shipments of aid that are stuck behind the Rafah border. And people are running to these aid convoys and they're being shot at.
Yeah.
What is your response to that?
My response now, the Israelis are showing that there's no blockade, and they are like giving food for people, but they're giving like killing. Every day there's at least 100 to 130 people being killed and missed to get the food. They're trying to shut down the work of international organizations like United Nations organizations like UNRWA, and to replace it because it means a lot to Palestinians there, and they want to keep the situation chaotic there and not organized, and everyone's trying to protect the aid he be killed. Like yesterday, a group of friends that I know, they protected the aid in the north and they succeeded to deliver it to the right places to get distributed to people. The moment it arrived, Netanyahu went in a press release that aid got controlled by Hamas, which is not right. There are people, civilians who are not Hamas or not released to Hamas. And they lie, they lie because they want to keep accusing people with these silly words so they can keep killing them under the justification of, they are Hamas. People trying their best to protect the aids. They're trying to get the food for themselves, but what is happening is unimaginable.
Absolutely. It's really horrifying to see just the images of these starving children, and even mothers. They can't even breastfeed their children because they've run out of breast milk because they're not eating the proper nutrition.
Yeah, and just 2 days ago there was stories from people that the urine of the pregnant women are for sale in Gaza, because if you are not pregnant, you don't get the milk. You can't buy the milk. You can get it from the organizations there. And to make sure that you are pregnant and saying the truth, you should do a urine test so you can show that you are pregnant. So some people start to sell this urine to use it, it as a proof so they can get the milk.
Wow.
Yeah.
So out of desperation, they're buying pregnant women's urine so that they can go get milk.
Yeah. So we are very desperate. We are seeking help from everyone, and we just wish to not be killed. And we are seeking peace, freedom, but nobody is giving this us. So
And right now, you're working with UNRWA, and there's been a lot of attacks against UNRWA. Yeah,
they want to shut it down because it's an organization that trusted from United Nations, to ensure the right of return for Palestine refugees, and they're trying to close it, but people still on the ground there trying to do their work with a lot of difficulties, but they're trying and still there. And here I'm trying to support UNRWA through the community of the US the people who are believing the right of Palestinian to defend themselves, the people who are believing the right of return, the people who are believing the freedom of Palestinians and to stop the genocide. So we are trying to support UNRWA through the Americans themselves, through UNRWA USA, with the funds, by telling the story and sharing the pictures from Gaza, so we can support UNRWA, because the US cut the fund, the European Union cut the fund from UNRWA. So we're trying to support UNRWA through the community, not the government.
And have the attacks against UNRWA been the case because they have been actually one of the most effective organizations in providing aid on the ground in Gaza?
Like, it's affected, yeah. At the end, you're fighting the Israeli occupation, you're fighting the decisions of the US administration. Like, they are not allowed now to receive the aid from outside, but they are working now on the ground from there. Like the centers, the mental health support for people, doctors who like visit the pregnant women and check on them, the schools that it's like shelter for people. It's all responsibility of UNRWA. So UNRWA is like a government there and facing a lot of difficulties, and we're trying to help it in these circumstances.
And when thinking about Western corporate media, I mentioned in the earlier part of this interview, most people are flocking to your page than they are flocking to Western corporate media outlets like the New York Times or MSNBC or CNN for coverage, because they've had a spin on the way that they cover what's happening in Gaza, especially from the very beginning, in kind of dehumanizing Palestinians and justifying Israel's actions in Gaza. What do you think about Western corporate media, like outlets, for example, like the New York Times and their coverage of Gaza?
Maybe for me this time, maybe New York Times was better than the other. I felt that from their covering, but still not enough.
Yeah.
And because we are the weak party, you know. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, they still believe in the Israeli propaganda, and most of the Western media are controlled by Israel and people who are supporting Zionism. So what do you expect from them? So I didn't have high expectations from them in the end. I'm telling my truth, my reality through me, through a Gazan. And the world trusted more and loved more and liked more and supported more. So I hope everyone in Gaza to have millions of followers so people can see. And I'm trying to use this massive following to keep supporting the people of Gaza. I'm talking to the people of the world like they are talking to someone in the street of Gaza City, Deir al-Rafah, Khan Yunis, Nusayrat, Jabalia, Beit Lahia, Beit Hanun, like any place in Gaza. I'm talking to people in this method. Some people like it, some people don't, some people they want to hear more, so I don't know, I'm just acting with my real person, real Gazan, real Palestinian, and this is us. The world have to accept us as we are. We should not change anything so people like us more and give more, and this is our reality, this is our fight. And despite a lot of divisions inside the community, we're still fighting one occupation. And I'm trying to call for unity. It's hard, but I'm trying. I'm trying to have everyone for Palestine, even outside, even the people who are different from my culture, from my beliefs, my religion. I'm trying to have them all for my cause, because I feel like Palestine it's for everyone. It's home, and home for everyone. Not only for me or my beliefs. So wish one day that I can have everyone there, and I can have all the support of everyone from outside, despite the difference of people. Because I'm not a god in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a guy who's trying not even because I love the land, because the people who I spent my whole life with there need my help now. Because for me, my people matters more than the land. And this is what I'm doing because my people. And I'm helping my people here in the US, in Egypt, in Gaza, and everywhere. So I care more about my people. And I'm trying to have everyone. So this is me, what I'm doing.
And Motaz, it's been 2 years since this current genocide has taken place. Now that you're out of Gaza, what motivates you on a daily basis to continue speaking up for the people of Gaza?
That I had an old dream that I want to do something for my home. And today God gave me the power of people, reaching people. And I can influence the people in a good way. So I'm using this because this is my moment, this is my time. I can do my dream. I can use it for myself only, but then I'm gonna fail. And if I want to be more successful, I need to help the people who helped me to be who I am today. The people who I documented what is happening for them, who allowed me to take the picture there. The people who I shared their suffer, I shared their pain. My grandma, that she's there, my aunts, my cousins, my family, my everyone. So I'm trying to be there for them because one day I will need people to be there for me.
One final question for you about the famous red teddy bear that you photographed. A survivor, you called it. I'll never forget that. Of course, you took many images. There's many famous symbolic videos of you, especially with those two young children in your arms. But I want to ask you about those two. The red teddy bear, the gigantic one, and the two children in your arm that were barely alive. How did you feel? Like
the teddy bear was like between the rubble. So me and my friend, even Hassan Aslayah, the journalist who got killed by Israel, we found it and we took it. It was like a special thing there, not at all like have a neutral color and it's red between everything. So it was kind of special. We got it. We took some pictures with it, and I didn't expect that the world will deal with it as it's something special. And we took it from there, we brought it in the car. Hassan then gave it to a girl because we didn't know who's here, for whom it belongs. About the two babies, thank God, that video I took because I was going to document the airstrike. At the moment I went out from the car, there was no cars there was no diesel. Some people gave me these babies to take it to the hospital because people there, when they see any car in the street, they use it as an ambulance. So I took it to the hospital, took this video to document it because I was already rolling and documenting. And these two babies survived. The younger, she's like a daughter of a journalist. And the other boy, I met him in Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah, he survived. He's looking good. He walked well. Everything is okay.
That makes me feel happy to know that they survived.
So I'm now also focusing about the reunion with survivors that I working with. Case like Nada case, like Jude, he was in Chicago and now he went to school, and even he lost his mother after 2 years. Now he's growing up and starting a new life with his father here. So I'm not always trying to show that only the suffer, but the hope. So can make some hope for people of Gaza and the people who are outside, so they can continue, because we need to continue.
Well, Motaz, thank you so much. I know that this was a very short conversation.
Nowadays, I don't know.
That's okay. Yeah. No, that's okay. I wish we had more time, but it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. We've
Thanks
been,
so much,
we've been working together for 3 years ago. So, thank you for all that you're doing, and people like you do give me hope because you continue to speak up for those still suffering. Sure. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you.